Okay, we're live. I believe we're live. All right. So, guys, I just gotta let you know. Thank you so much. I want to make this video quick as possible, but I think it's a milestone that we've reached. Let's take a look. 72 subscribers since just over 24 hours ago. We opened up the channel for react.js. We're gonna get a lot of benefits when we hit 100. And I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what we're going to do when we have the channel. I mean, it doesn't have to be a whole lot of planning, but we've got 2,500 members, and there's quite a few folks that have helped us moderate over the time, and friends of mine in here, and friends that I've made that are a range of skills from beginner, intermediate, expert. I find myself somewhere floating between beginner and intermediate, but because of my 25 years web experience, I feel like I'm not beginner, but there certainly is things that I still learn every time I touch React. I've built a couple apps, but that's not what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight. Tonight I'm at a Starbucks and I'm using my Bluetooth headset attached to my phone that's using a 4G connection that my laptop's relying on. So you might get a little bit of strange audio in the back, low quality from the feed. But here's again, I just wanted to say thanks and let you guys know that if you haven't subscribed, you can. It's over here at tinyurl.com/learnreactjs. We'll redirect you. It's a long path. We don't yet have our own alias, but that's one of the things we'll get when we get to 100 subscribers. So the new folks that we've let in today, I think everybody has pretty much subscribed. I talked to most everybody, really been promoting it. So I'm hopeful to wake up in the morning because I'm on US time and see that we've hit that 100 number. But I mean, we'll probably be really close. But if you have an account on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, just do it for a little while so we can at least get to our next level with YouTube. And if you hate being part of the channel, then you can unsub. But it sure would help us a lot. And I guess I didn't start this video to just start asking for subscriptions, but I did want to start it to say thanks for everybody. Thank you very much for being part of our group. And I do see a lot of good groups out there. Well, not a lot, but I see one or two groups out in the rest of Facebook, and they're doing a good job. Much larger groups than us, and one or two groups really seem to moderate well. I think our group is a little more intimate in a way that we've got a closed setting. It's a private group, so posts and things we talk about on the wall are not public. Excuse me while they make some coffee over there. So there's something that can be said. We might become a public group at some point. I think we have it just under until we're about a 5,000 person group. I'm not really pushing to make the group be thousands and thousands and thousands of people. I think that I'm really happy with 2,500 members, and a lot of you have submitted your skill level. I have to let you know that come January, we will be launching our school. And I would love for a bunch of you to be a part of that, whether you build curriculum or you're a student or a teacher. There's something there for everyone, and it's fun to build businesses and make things that help people. So we'll have a really good school. We'll have some free content. We'll have some paid content. We'll work with the U.S. government on being able to offer certifications and even student financial aid. That's going to take a little time, but prior to that, we'll do mini boot camps. We'll do mentorship programs. We'll do guest appearances. So the YouTube channel, guys, is an open canvas, and I'm excited to be part of it. I'm going to do a certain amount of interviewing, try to keep topics on point. As we start getting ready to figure out who's going to be a part of it, pretty much everyone's welcome. I think that we'll do a lot of it live just to make it exciting and unedited. But there will be some of you that would prefer that we don't. So we'll do a private stream where we record and then we'll put it up. And we might even chop edit or decide maybe we'll redo that one later. So for some of us in the group that we've talked, we have a channel that we talk on. A lot of the older moderators of this group, we've talked plenty of times about topics. So one of them is going to be, let me show you here. I think I posted, yeah, here it is. So I was talking with I don't want to say your name wrong, but I think it's Iana um, about this particular post, and I just Googled it, and it talks a little bit about Redux and state management and why you'd want to use it. And there's folks that I talk to on a regular basis who are much more knowledgeable than myself. So I could go through this post live, which I am now, but I'll go through it with someone who's an expert that I would consider intermediate or expert level React. And we might even include someone who's sort of beginner React. And we want to get in the habit of not being like afraid, like, oh, I don't know React, so I'm not going to say a word. It's okay to say what is Redux, or what is the life cycle methods of the internal like state managers that come with React versus using Redux. And I hope to learn a lot from talking to smart folks too. I can't tell you how many folks I've seen join in the group who've self-selected as expert, and I'm certain they are. I've checked out some of their CVs. I've talked to some of them, and we're all experts in our own way. I mean, I definitely am a good Googler, and I also, like I said, I've been doing JavaScript 20 something years, built a lot of web applications, and been on the front end from all of that. So as a full stack developer and entrepreneur and person who started this group, I think that I'm a great person to help moderate the interviews of going live on our YouTube channel. Plus, I figured out a way that we can go live on YouTube and it also feeds to our Facebook. So we'll get in the habit of using our events. We'll have good speakers, but really, I'm hopeful, guys, that I know it will happen, that this platform over here is going to be a way for us to become authorities in our own right. So, like, even if you're at work and people are like, hey, you know React, right? And you're like, yeah. And then like, you can show them some of your videos. It'll be on the channel. Go over to the react.js channel. Show them you getting interviewed. And even if you're a beginner, it doesn't matter. We'll talk to you and get you a chance to give some exposure. And then you can look back later on and be like, well, that's when I was learning React, and I've since learned X, Y, and Z. And so that's really the goal of this, is to not have movie stars only, but to actually have real people doing React talk live and at all skill levels. Like when I schedule a video and say, hey, we're going to interview a friend of mine named Ivan or Matt or Brian. These folks are skilled in their own ways at every level of UI development and full stack, and I think that we're going to get a lot from each one of them. And I don't want anybody to be afraid to ask a question, including myself, that's going to expose like, oh, I don't know React that well. Well, this is the time, the best way to learn, right? So I wanted to make a short video and just say, good job, guys. We've gotten to 72 members, and I sure would like to see those subs go up. And oh, look, we went up to 73. So thank you for that, whoever that was. And once we get past 100, like I said, we'll have new settings in our channel, and I wanted to use that as a goal and get you guys a chance to join it. We do have a Node.js group, and we also have a JavaScript group, and even a Vue group. And I feel like I'm forgetting one. Vue, Java, Node. Did I say Node? But anyways, they're all going to go through the same cycle where we build the channel. And in fact, if you guys want to join the sister groups or the co-groups, just go over to the About tab, and you'll see that we even have an Angular group, but I'm not going to talk much about that because I absolutely don't have any experience with Angular. I know what ng tags kind of are. Node.js, JavaScript, Vue.js. I even have an Electron group. I like doing Electron stuff. And then here's the Angular group. And we'll probably throw some more in here if we really need one. We even have a group called Learn to Code. And let me just go ahead and recommend that for some of you who are just like real beginners. Let's see if Learn to Code, I'll just recommend that in there too. So skip that, but now that's in there. Okay, we're done with that. So like I said, we'll be setting everyone up in each one of those groups with one of these channels, and we'll get each one to 100 so that we can get a good alias, so that we can get multi-group chat. There's software, I forget the name at the moment, that will allow us to multicast across, Facebook and YouTube. And I'm using OBS software if anybody's interested. It's free, and it allows me to basically go into settings, whether it be YouTube or Facebook, and then you stick a key in there that you get from either one of the platforms. You connect the streams, and once they see that the streams are active, then you click go live. So again, this whole video has been run off my $60 LG phone with a 4G connection, and it's on my Spectre. It's a $1,400 Spectre from Best Buy. I wouldn't say it's the most crazy hardware. In fact, it's using the native video card because OBS has an issue with that in Windows 10, so it's not using the GeForce card. So now I'm just kind of rambling and just saying thanks again for joining the live feed, subscribing. We're going to make it awesome. We're going to be able to have a platform to talk about React. So I'm really excited, and it's just getting a little bit later in the evening. So if I don't seem so excited, that's probably why. But I'm going to go ahead and close out the stream and say, hey, bless you guys, and now you get to know me a little bit better, and you'll meet some of the other folks who help me moderate all the groups. Good friends of mine that I spend in chat a lot of times talking about this, and they're real excited about what's coming up. So all the best. Feel free to message me. We did open up. Mentorship is open, and I'm not exactly sure how that works, but you can hit me up if you're a real beginner, and I can kind of point you in some directions. There seem to be some people looking for mentorship, and there's people who want to be mentors. So I'll try to figure out how to make this work better for people. I don't know if this is going on and I'm just not aware of it. I just know when someone chooses me, that it kind of has a cadence. So I'll go ahead and just reshare that out. And let's make this group awesome. I mean, it's small enough where 2,000 people is probably going to be at any given time, a few hundred active. Some people take a week off. Some are Monday people. Some people come by on Wednesdays. So if you guys want to make the group be awesome in other ways, I'm open to it. For instance, we've had content submitted by Adris. Let me see. He's way down here. And again, it won't always be me spamming here. See, look, this is where I announced the live interviews, and some of you kind of mentioned, I should make that an announcement. Let me go ahead and make that an announcement. We've got units in there too. I push that up to the top. So those are good for beginners. Go into the units tab and look for beginners. Information there. I really like this here. I'd like to make this one of our live feeds where we talk about, we're not going to go through all 300 of his 500 question goal here, but there's some really deep stuff in there, and I just think that not only memorizing this would be helpful for job interviews, but also knowing the deep intricacies of React there. So, yeah, content's been shared way down here. It's in the units. Here it is. It's by Adris. He did a 6-series step on YouTube where he just goes comprehensive through the MERM stack. And of course you can get that content in a lot of places, but yeah, all right. I feel like I've cleared out the Starbucks. I don't know. Everybody's leaving. Maybe it's closing soon. And I think it is. Okay, take care from over here, and we'll see you guys soon.